Hello and welcome to the AutoVlogs YouTube channel. If you have ever struggled with keeping track of your cursor during presentations, tutorials, or while recording your screen, then today's video is a must-watch for you. We are diving into some incredible cursor highlighting techniques using a powerful tool called AutoHotKey. Whether you are a teacher, a content creator, or just someone who frequently shares their screen, these tips are going to elevate your screen sharing experience. First, we will cover how to install AutoHotKey, a software that uses robust scripting language that allows you to automate almost anything on your Windows machine. Secondly, we will import a pre-built script called Cursor Highlighter to use specific cursor highlighting features. And for those who really want to customize their experience, I'll guide you to customize and set up hotkeys to quickly toggle or make any changes in the cursor highlighting feature, making it impossible for your viewers to miss the action. Let's get started. So as I have mentioned earlier, we'll start with first with installing AutoHotKey on our system. So what you can do is click on downloads and all the links will be in the video description. So although the script that we'll use, that I believe it works on 1.1, but let's download version 2. See, Chrome is blocking this, which is fine. We can click on other versions. We want version 2. And then if you scroll down, you'll see, actually any version should work. Since we are not creating a script or something else, what I'll do is just click on 2.0.6, this one. We want the executable version .exe. So let's click on this one. Yeah, this time it downloaded. Okay. So if you directly go to this URL, you should be able to download this. So the first thing first, let's install AutoHotKey. So I'll click on this folder icon. Let me refresh for a second. Okay, it's fine. That's just a whatever. Okay. So I will install for all users. I'll click on install. User account control, USC. If that arrives, you have to click on yes if you agree. And yeah, it's already installed. So what we want is we will not create any kind of script. We will use a pre-built script someone else already created, the cursor highlighting feature. So this is their site. They're using a Google Sites. And you will find, you can take a look at their other works, but we are interested in this one, Cursor Highlighter version 2.2. Just click here, download the .ahk script for version 2.2. So once you click it, it will redirect you to a Google Drive folder. So we'll just download the script. So this is our Cursor Highlighter AutoHotKey 2.2. So let me click on this. Trying to run require version 1. So yeah, as I mentioned in the earlier, so it really doesn't matter for us. So if you want at the very beginning, if you want to go back, because in the website, I believe it says deprecated. So that's why I installed the newer version. But the program that we are using uses, I believe, the older version. So anyway, just let's click on yes. USC, user access control, I'll click on yes. So basically right now it's installing version 1.1. So what I will do is, like, later on this channel, we will do some advanced scripting. Right now there is a tool, I'm sure you know, called ChatGPT. What I'm planning is to generate some script using ChatGPT and basically automate. It will be very, very nice and very helpful if you can utilize the power of ChatGPT to generate AutoHotKey scripts. So anyhow, let's AutoHotKey v1.1 is now installed. Okay, now let's see what happens next. I think we have to reinitiate it again. Do you want to create a new file with default settings? So let me open this and let me show you how I do it. So I'll cut it and paste inside my C drive. There's a reason for this, I'll tell you. Let's put this. Oh, let's just. I'm a little bit rushing lately. So let's paste this. Now let's try to open this. What it will do is it will create some kind of .ini file, which is more like a settings file, whatever. Let's click on yes. See, it just created a settings file. And you can see the yellow tone next to the cursor. So what you can do is you can close the AutoHotKey. We will revisit this software later on, but for now let's look different kind of customization options available to us. So yeah, here you can see a blue icon. This is for cursor highlighter. So if you right click on this one, and click on settings, there are three main mode you can choose. One is cursor highlighter mode, which is right now we are in. One is picture file. It will switch to a picture. You can use pen or pencil or marker, whatever. Let's say you are doing some kind of online class. In those cases, you can use this one. Or I believe they have, you can actually change the picture, whatever. And the last one, which one I also like, is the focus one. See, this is really good for online tutorials. You can actually use for focusing. So let's customize one by one. So for the color highlight, we are in this mode. Now let's go to the second option, highlight settings. I'll just leave the opacity as is because we are used to looking at this one. Many YouTubers use this, but the width and height, I think I need to increase. For the demonstration purpose, let's put 400. You can see the yellow highlighting. This hue is very large, very big. So certainly it's not that much realistic. So I think it will be 200 will be fine. Oh no, 200 is still big. Then 150. 150 is too small. 200. Yeah, 200 should be fine for now. Let's leave this 200 and I'll just leave the opacity into 120. Then I'll click on done. Then I'll open the settings again. So this is our highlighter settings we already did. So on the left click, I don't wanna touch it here. I don't wanna change anything on the left click, but I want to change something on the right click. I want to enable the right clicking option. So show a different highlight when you right click. So basically when I right click on something, you can see I'm right clicking here, right? And if I right click, you can see the color is changing, right? So I'll do this again, right click. See, the color is changed. So it is really good for so that users, not the users, the viewers actually can see that the user is doing some kind of right click. So I will change the color into something like, let's say, orange, and then I'll click on done. So next time when I right click, so let me right click here, you can see it's orange, and I leave my finger, you can see yeah, this option is working, but I want the orange dot to be same size as my yellow one. So what I'll do is go back to setting, right click, and what was our initial setting for the yellow one? It was 200. So let's put 200 over here. Let's click on that. Yeah. So in this case, you can see my cursor is like yellow every time, everywhere, like throughout this. You can see if I try to show something like URL or wherever my mouse is, you can see there's a yellow hue around the mouse. So next option I would like to talk about is there are some hotkey or like shortcut options. So that is also important. Let's move on picture settings. I don't use this that much. So if you like, you can explore yourself. Then the focus settings. Yes. In order to activate this settings area, we have to change the mode first. This is how they created it, right? So let's change the mode into focus. And now our cursor is in focus mode. Now, if we click on the focus setting, you can see the settings are enabled. So right now we can change the settings. Here, I don't like to mess up anything, but for my test, 200 is very small. So let's put this to 400. Yeah, I believe this one is good. How you guys like it or not? See, I am on the URL bar. I am on this on the right side, on the clock, in the taskbar. Then what I'll do is click on done. So right now I am on the high focus mode. So if there are like so many steps on the screen and I'd like to focus on a particular area to bring attention of the viewers, I can choose actually which part of the screen I'd like to show them specifically. So as of now, what we have done is we have explored the color highlight feature, this one, and the focus feature. But the last thing I'd like to talk about is the hotkeys. It is a very powerful feature. I didn't expect that this to be working this much fine. So what are the shortcut keys we can use? Like this, the first one is toggle cursor highlighter. So we can toggle basically means turn on or turn off. We can set up some kind of shortcut key to, if you like to, after a certain period of your presentation, if you like to turn off this yellow hue, you can do it. And switch to highlight. So basically, if you're in other modes, like you are currently in picture mode and you'd like this yellow hue, so what you can do is create some shortcut, and if you press that shortcut key, it will switch to the highlight view. And then the last one is switch to cursor focus. So let's start with this one. Let's use shortcut key is, let's put Control Shift. These are Control and Shift button on your keyboard, and then you can choose the combination. So for the demonstration purpose, what I'll do is just choose, let's say 2. Okay, switch to cursor focus. Then, so as I mentioned, like right now I am in the highlight mode. So in theory, if I press Control Shift and 2, then I should switch to the cursor focus mode. So let's save and let's press on done. So right now I'll press Control Shift and 2. Oh, nice. I am in the focus mode. Now how I will switch back to the cursor mode? Okay, one thing I can do is switch to highlight cursor here. This will bring me the cursor mode. Or another best option would be set up hotkey for switching back to highlight mode. So let's put Control Shift and 1, I think 2 I have used. So again, you have to find yourself like which keyboard combination is good for you, because some programs, they have their own shortcuts and you really don't want to mess up with all of their shortcuts, right? So I'll click on save and I'll click on done. You can definitely, it's up to your test. Like if you like any other combination, they're like it can create like hundreds and hundreds of combination you can make. If something doesn't work, then just switch to something else. Then I'll click on done. So as of now, I am in the cursor highlight mode. Let me switch to the focus mode. So for the hotkey is Control Shift and 2. So I'll press Control Shift and 2. Oops. Yeah. It worked. See, I have already switched to the focus mode. I can focus different areas of the screen. So in order to switch back to the highlight mode, what I have to do is press Control Shift and 1. So let me try Control Shift 1. Is it working? I think it's messing up with the shortcut key of the Chrome, I think. So let me try this here again. Control Shift. Oh no. See? Control Shift 2. It's not working. So switch to highlight cursor mode. It has something to do with the settings. So let me try again. Let me find something else. So Control Shift, switch to highlight. So let me do Control Shift 7, save, done. So let me first switch to Control Shift 2. Now Control Shift 7. Yes, now it's working. See, I believe Control Shift 1 is reserved for something like to increase the size of these icons, whatever. You have to find out like which setting best suit for you. And you can try out yourself, switch to picture or toggle cursor mode. You can try it yourself, but I will stop here and then show you something else. So let me go to the folder where the script is. So as of now, if you restart your system, what will happen is you have to click here again. Basically, you have to run the script again in order to use this kind of features. So what features? Control Shift 2 is for highlighting, Control Shift 7 in my case, switching back to the highlighter mode. But what we want, so in my case, this is our studio computer. So what I want, every time I turn on this computer, this script should run. There are numerous ways you can run some kind of script, like you creating some kind of bat file, .bat script. You can set up in the startup folder, startup menu, whatever. But what I find the best option is already provided by them, the AutoHotKey team. What we will do is basically convert this script into some kind of executable file, .exe, and then place that executable file in our startup as our startup item. So I'll show you step by step. So let me first open the software. Is AutoHotKey. Oh, you can search for AutoHotKey. Yes, this is the software. So this is the software. We don't want to create any software. What we definitely want is to compile. Basically, we have to compile this file into an convert.ahk. Let me practice. Control Shift 2. We want to convert this AutoHotKey file into .exe .exe, executable file. So let's click on this one And we don't want to change anything. We just want the source script. So let me open and navigate here. So click on this PC under C, this PC under C drive, cursor highlighter. This one is the cursor highlighter, and this script is this one. So I'll click on this one and click on open. Next, it will by default it will save the .exe file in the same directory. I'm fine with that. And okay, now let's click on convert. It says successfully compiled as .exe. Okay, that is something we want. Now I'll close everything. I don't need any one of those. So you can see it has turned that script into some kind of application, right? So now what we want, this application to be executed when we boot up our system, right? That is how I want. It is up to your test. If you like to run this script every time you like to make some kind of presentation or some kind of a tutorial recording, you can do it. Or the other way, what I prefer is this way. So what I'll do right now is we can bring the run, right? So what we can do is type on run and click on enter. And next, what you can do is type shell. We want some shell start up. So it will it is like shell colon start startup. Okay, so this is the Windows start menu. So any program shortcut you place here, it will be executed during your turn on your system, right? So if you like to run some particular software, once you turn on your system, you can place those here like their shortcuts, the way we will do right now. So what I want is I'll right click here, copy, but I don't want to copy the entire software. I just want to paste its link. So what I'll do is right click, paste shortcut. See, the shortcut is created. Now next time, once I boot up the system, once I boot up the computer, this software that we created should be here in the icon tray, right? And ideally it should open the cursor highlighting feature. If not, you have to change some of the settings and see. It should actually, by default, it should open the cursor highlight feature. Okay, and yeah, so okay, so we are done from this part. Again, let me repeat what we did. We set up the cursor highlighter as a startup icon. So every time you turn on your system, this icon will be here as if someone clicked on this software, on this script, and turn on the script. Okay, so yeah, so let me demonstrate again, and Control Shift 2 in the focus mode, and Control Shift 7 is also turning back to the highlight mode. And last thing I'd like to show you about the shortcuts, like some mouse, like this one, you can actually see they have some buttons, like these are programmable buttons you can program. So let's say you program Control Shift 1 to this one, I'm sorry, Control Shift 2 to this one, and Control Shift 7 to this one. What will happen is during your presentation or something, if you click on this one, in the focus mode, instead of pressing Control Shift and 7 yourself, it will do, basically it will set up the hotkeys for you, right? These are like shortcut buttons. These are programmable buttons. You can program to any keyboard shortcuts. So in our case, once we press Control Shift 2, we go to the focus mode, and when we press Ctrl Shift 7, we go to the highlight mode. So you can set up Ctrl Shift 2 in the Ctrl Shift 2 in this one, the middle one, and you can program Ctrl Shift 7, the highlight one, in the first one. Okay, so that is how you can actually utilize these shortcuts. Also, if you have like Wacom tablets like this one, there are also programmable buttons. You can actually utilize those while actually creating some tutorials for online. So that is all for this video. Hopefully you liked. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for your time, attention, and patience. Thank you.